Come on, how are you?
Benedict, very well. How are you doing?
Wow, look at all those DVDs you've got.
Yes, I'm still so much into physical media. I cannot tell you how
Wow.
much. Yeah.
How's it going?
So, very well. Thanks so much for your time today. Seriously.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah, and Benedict, before we start talking about the topics of the second movie, I would like to pick up, a question your character asked in the first one, which was, "But is he ready?" Basically saying that having the strength and the skills doesn't necessarily mean that you are ready for the next big challenge. And I was
Yes.
wondering, when it comes down to your career as an actor, how do you know you are 100% ready for the next big challenge, no matter how advanced your acting skills might be at this point?
Oh, wow, great question. I mean, are you ready? Are we ever ready? You know what? There is a kind of, in a way, you've kind of got to be in a state of readiness, you know? I think everything that you've done is your body of work becomes like those DVDs. They just become little pockets of unspoken experience, and somewhere it's just in there somewhere in the membranes, in the cells, and take
Right.
part from that, and then it's a new day. You're as good as your last scene, but not to be hard on yourself. Carry on, and go with the next take. This is it. I think that's, but then still be in the state of readiness. Yeah.
Right, absolutely. I agree with you. Yeah. So your character always warned Doctor Strange and said, "Be careful which paths you travel down." And in this movie, we actually see how Doctor Strange is losing his ways a little bit.
Yeah.
I was wondering, whenever you pick a new big path in your life or career, how do you make sure you don't lose your ways?
Yeah. Well, I mean, especially in this career, I mean, it's been a 30-year career now, and
Wow.
best
Awesome.
part of kind of, first 10 years, I guess, was just garnering that experience, and it can be difficult, it's not exactly like you'll be given a delicious platter of rolls for you to choose on,
Right.
like, you have to work your way. You're taking certain roles that you don't necessarily want to do because the business kind of compartmentalizes you in those roles, and you're kind of fighting that off. You're fighting off the landlord. You're fighting off various different forces, and but when again, the state of readiness for the next interview, for the next choice. But when the water's clear, I think fundamentally what you're always looking for is the good story.
Yeah.
There was a path where, I don't know, there was a £10,000 job, or there was a £4,000 theatre role, but that was a great theatre role, and I took the theatre role, and that was a very early on in 1994. And I think from then that taught me a lesson there. It's like, that's it now. There isn't. I'm not. I'm choosing the good story, and that's
Right.
where I've always kind of led my path. Yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of like the beginning of your story as an actor, because in the movie, your character kind of remembers Doctor Strange that he can't control everything, even though he tries to.
Yeah.
And I was wondering if you do remember like a specific moment from the beginning of your career where you kind of had to let go of that feeling, of that thought as well. Where you kind of had to realize and accept that whatever happens isn't always 100% in your control.
Well, yeah, it I think early on in my career, as I said, it's like it wasn't in my control. I think I had to let the business was kind of dictating what I should be, and
Mm,
putting you in the stereotypes that they want you to be in. And really, I flipped it though. You have to take control of it. You have to change the narrative. You decide by saying yes or no to certain things. And just as an advice to the young actors as well, actors of color, it's like, not to feel the shame of that. It's keep striving for you, for what your authenticity, and it's a bumpy road. Sometimes you need to take the paycheck, and then But it's what you do with that paycheck to kind of put it into good use and put it back into the kind of the right path of where you want to be going. So I think I took control of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. Seriously, Benedict, thank you so much for sharing your stories, for your thoughts. It was a huge pleasure talking to you. And of course, all the best with Doctor Strange too.
Thank you. Top five DVDs behind you. Which ones are your favorite?
Doctor Strange. That's the only
Oh,
one.
yeah. All right. Okay. Good answer.
Right.
Nice. Lovely to talk to you.
So nice. Thank you so much, Benedict. Have a good one.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.
You too. Bye. Bye.